Holy moly. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another installationist of What Would Lou Do. So what does Lou have in store for you today? Well, feast your eyes on the prize. This is our project today. The target is referred to as the Infinity Target, and it's by a company called Infinite Defense. Contrary to the appearance of this thing, it's actually not been shot before today. What actually happened is being beside this target, and the spalling has been splattering on here. And you can see here, if you look on the side of that, yeah, it's just been getting splattered with shrapnel or fragmentation, whatever you want to refer to it as. So we're going to take every caliber that we have, and we're going to just shoot the target and see how it does with each round. We're going to go all the way from 22 all the way up to 12 gauge. Another thing about the target, we've had it out here for weeks, just kind of seeing how the weather would treat it. So I've had the target outside for about a week, and it's been in the rain, the sun, and everything like that, and it appears to be holding up pretty well so far. Another update on the target. It's been out here for about 2.5 weeks, and you see it's still holding up pretty well. They've got like this primer kind of on here. It flakes, but I think that's really how it's designed. The rubber doesn't hold that paint super well. That way when you hit it, it will show you where you've actually hit the target. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a fresh coat of paint on here so that anytime I fire a round, I can find it, identify it, because with all this here, I'd probably lose it eventually. So just a tip for you guys, instead of using spray paint, I would suggest you just get yourself a little weenie roller with a cheap can of paint, and that will last you a lot longer than spray paint, because spray paint, not only is it expensive, but it just doesn't last long because the bottle has to be so aerated, you know. This here works much better. All right, so here we are at the back of the tailgate. As you can see, we've got quite a few different calibers here. We've got a few different Pistolas we're gonna use. So before we get into all that, let's go over some informations. You can see right there, it's reusable up to 110 rounds per square inch. Like I said, highly visible shot markings. When you shoot it, it leaves a black spot, and no ricochet, obviously. 100% USA sourced, and yes, weather and waterproof, we got that. Contact information and cool little sticker that comes with it. Now this is how to care for it, right? So right at the top it says, do not shoot with any hollow points, explosive, incendiaries, wads, flat nose rounds, or slugs. Snug. That's what we're going to follow. We're not going to shoot it with any hollow points or any slugs or anything like that. So it's rated to handle up to about 50 cal BMG. So now that we've got all the information out of the way, we're going to start with 22. This is Salient and Ballon, something such like that. This is the only 22 ammo we had that isn't hollow points. So this is what we're going to go with. And then from there, I had planned to go 380, but my wife is not here at the moment, and she has her Rose 380 with her. So anyway, so we're going to go to 9mm, and we also have 5.56 223. We've got some 30-30 here, which most of you guys probably haven't even seen this. It's almost wiped out of existence. I've been saving it, not wanting to fire it, but if I've got a reason to fire it, might as well be at a new target, right? And then of course we've got 12 gauge. That's what we are going to be firing at this thing. And of course we've got a lot of different guns here. I'll briefly mention what we're using each time. That way if any of you guys see a particular gun and you're like, ooh, what is that? That way you'll know, and then you can look it up later if you want to. We'll see how well this target actually holds up, because it's supposed to be the self-healing target. So let's get to it. All right, so to start it off with, we are going to use the SIG P322 for the 22 long rifle. We haven't reviewed this on the channel yet, but this is a very nice addition. Even the little buggy thinks so. Probably attracted to that green. Mama. But yeah, this is a really nice Pistola. If anyone, you know, just needs to practice, 22 is the way to go. So definitely check one of these out if you are looking for a 22. So we're just gonna fire one shot each. I'm not gonna fire a lot of shots, you know, because I'm not gonna be able to tell what shot to which, right? So We're just going to fire one each round and we're gonna see how it impacts the target. All right, so we're loaded. We've got a camera down there filming the target. Hopefully I don't shoot it. So we're gonna try about top. I pulled that one. But let's go take a look at it and see what it looks like. So here I think you can see what I was referring to, how the paint kind of leaves the rubber. That way you can see where you've hit it. But if we look close there, you can hardly see an entry point really anywhere. I mean, you could faintly see right there. And for the 9mm, we're using our X Macro build, or as I like to call it, the X Crack Rope. Very nice Pistola here. I didn't think I would like it, but once I got the Radian backstrap and magwell on there, it really brought it together. And then I've got the Spectre Comp slide on there. You can see we've got the Romeo X, that's SIG's new optic. And then we've got the TLR7A. Also have a Armory Craft, a master spring kit in here. So the trigger is really nice now. We will have a video coming on it, how we put it together and everything that we did. Loaded. So here was the 9mm. You really can't see a hole there. So that's definitely a self-healing target. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on. For the 5.56 test, we're going to use this 55 grain tracer ammo, also from Deadeye Ammunition. For this, we're going to be using the M&P Sport 3. Yeah, this one is new. I haven't really fired it a lot yet, honestly. I'm still trying to sight these dots and things in. So we're at the 30-yard line, and we're just going to try to pop it somewhere middle. If I don't quite get middle, it's I can't really say much because the dot is definitely off. Now we're loaded. All right, on safe. Oh yeah, the dot is definitely hitting low. Okay, and so now you can see here the 5.56 round. And again, there is just a tiny little pin mark there. And yeah, so this target, I can see you getting a whole lot of use out of this thing. Let's move on to the next caliber. All right, and so next up, we have the Hornady 3030. This is 160 grain. So here's the round right here. It's got a little red tip on it. So we'll see how the target handles this. So what we're using for fire it is the Winchester Model 94. This is a nice rifle. Bit old fashioned, it's like, but these are still pretty fun, and they are good to hunt with too. Alrighty, we'll try for the middle. That baby's got a kick, I tell you what. Let's go see what it did. Alrighty, so here is where we shot the 30-30 round. It is the same pinhole. However, I'm filling in the back here quite a massive hole. So let's turn that around and see what the back of it looks like. I didn't even think of that. All right, so here is the back of the target. This is 22. I believe this was the 9mm. The 5.56 was right here. 30-30 was right there. Took a nice little chunk out. I've not really seen anyone look at the backs of these things because you notice more damage on the back. But still, nothing that would make a huge hole. Now, if you use some of the ammo they suggest you don't, then yes, you're probably gonna have a humongous hole in there. All right, so we have one more left. Let's do it. Last but not least, we're going to be using the Winchester 12 gauge. And this is the Mossberg. I don't even know the model. This is just your regular run-of-the-mill shotgun. This is 12 gauge pump action. Nothing special about it. It's actually, you can get it for like maybe $275, $280. So we're just gonna see if the old Infinity target can handle something like this. Ta-da! Wait, let me go move the GoPro. There goes nothing. Oh, holy moly. Man, could you imagine that? Your face. Oh, let's go look at it. All right guys, so apparently I had a mishap when I was recording the end of the other video, giving my thoughts, the impact of the 12 gauge shot and all that. I had paused it to get the camera and everything set up down here, so I thought I paused it. What I actually did was just, I hit it, it didn't pause, so when I went to resume, it actually paused the video and it didn't record any of the ends. But that's kind of advantageous because you can see here now, I've repainted the target and you can see very clearly what type of damage is left behind. All right, so this was 30-30, 22, 9 mil, some of the 5.56 somewhere down here. But right in here, you can see this was the 12 gauge. While it made some little tiny dimples on it, it didn't come out the back. And to me, really, this is the way to go, like over paper targets. Now, I know a lot of people prefer paper over steel and some prefer steel over paper. Me, myself, I actually prefer steel just because of the longevity. With the paper, the downside is that you have to keep putting little pasties on, and eventually, once you wear out that area right there, it doesn't matter how many pasties you put on there, you're not gonna be able to accurately see where you're hitting. Versus this, all it's gonna have is a little tiny dimple behind. I can see this lasting a very, very long time. And all you gotta do, like I showed you, put a weenie roller, roll over it, and boom, you're good to go. Would I recommend this target? Absolutely. This is a purchase, not a pass. The value, the quality, the longevity is going to benefit you so much more in the long run. Because a lot of people, they wind up trying to save money. They really wind up costing themselves a lot more work, right? So I shoot it a few times. Now I got to go down here with my little pasty gun, walk back, shoot it again. Oh, now I got to go with my little pasty gun. Once that target's messed up, I gotta go and put another one in there. This right here, all I gotta do when I'm done, just roll it or spray it and boom, end of story. Really, you can't beat it. I'll have links to these down in the description along with a code that you guys can use at checkout that'll save you some moolah. And a lot of times they're having like free shipping and things like that too. If you haven't got one of these yet, definitely make sure you pick yourself up one. Job well done, boys. So I think that's gonna do it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, we ask that you strike that like, swirl that bell, subscribe and vibe with us and make us feel all appreciated, baby. We appreciate you guys for watching. As we always say, seek the Lord while he may be found and call upon him while he is near, because he is near unto those that be of a broken heart and save such that be of a contrite spirit. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. He resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. So cast yourselves down before the Lord and he will lift you up. Till next time, friends, take care and God bless.